And welcome back to part 6 of What If Goku had Ikari from the beginning. Last time on the Dragon Ball Z What If, the androids had awakened. Cell will soon be approaching. And Goku did get the heart medicine, but he is currently recovering. So that is where we leave off, with them hearing about the whole issue, everything, the disappearances of Ginger Town, and wondering what's going on. Now, I did bring up that they have all used pretty much their max hyperbolic time chamber uses. And there's no way for them to get stronger quickly. Now, with that said, someone did bring up, well, Kami could just change him or alter it, and I don't think Kami really could. I think Kami's age and the fact that his power was waning as he got older made that very difficult to do. Now, is there ways they can do that? Sure, but right now, no. However, as they're going about, Goku recovering, moving, because they do know the androids will probably be on their way. Or they'll probably find this place, because if they're programmed to find Goku, they're probably programmed to find this place. Or, I guess technically you can say programmed. Sure, they're programmed. If they know about Goku, they probably know to find Goku's home. So they get Goku out of there. Goku is resting. He's not like comatose sleeping like he was in the original, but he is resting. And they're all just like talking. It's like, well, what are we gonna do when the Androids come? There's no way we can take these guys on. Even everyone, even all of us together couldn't take them on. And even Vegeta got his ass handed to him. Vegeta, meanwhile, is just going like, doing that whole, just screaming at the top of his lungs. So yeah, they're kind of Shit's Creek a little bit right now. They just got to keep on the move. Meanwhile, Cell is busy, drinking people, and the androids are busy doing their thing. Now, Kami does consider fusing with Piccolo. He does consider it. Piccolo at this point he's not 100% where he was in the canon morality-wise. This is because he didn't have Gohan in this version to, help quickly increase the rate of his, change over to the good side of things. However, he's spent enough time around these people to basically be kind of like a Vegeta figure. But he doesn't have any true overall goals at this point to take over the world, because he pretty much understands he can't do that. Let's have it. Excuse me. Been a long day. But begrudgingly, he accepts them, as who they are. And he's basically the second strongest individual on the planet apart from the Saiyans. In fact, even in base form, or even if you take out Super Saiyan, Piccolo is stronger than anyone on the Saiyans in their base form. But he still isn't. But because he didn't get to go to Namek and absorb or merge with Nail, he isn't the level of power he is in the canon, unfortunately. So, Kami considers this, but he can sense Cell's power. He can't sense the androids, but he can sense Cell's power out there because, the androids were a threat, but that's not our biggest concern. But he can sense, the power of Cell, and he can probably tell that fusing with Piccolo, I think at best would make him a little stronger than Goku or Vegeta right now in their Super Saiyan form, but not as strong as Goku with Super Saiyan Ikari on his belt. And they would at that point then they'd be down to Dragon Balls. It wouldn't make sense. So really, most of the Cell arc for early Cell arc, Android arc, is actually them staying on the moon waiting for Goku to recover. Now, Goku actually does recover, and it doesn't really get addressed very often, but I do think he got a Zenkai from recovering from the heart virus, because when a Saiyan comes near death, they recover. Goku came near death, so I think he did recover. I think he got a Zenkai from that, which would have put him, again, past Vegeta at that point. To be fair, I think he was also stronger than Vegeta anyway, because while Piccolo said Vegeta was as strong as Goku, they never specified. Was this Goku during the training where Piccolo knew how strong he had become, or is this Goku during the fight with 19 where his power was waning? I had a feeling it was when his power was waning. So I actually think Goku was probably already stronger. But anyway, Goku wakes up, and he wakes up just in time for the androids to actually get there, and they all go outside. It's like, hi there, can Goku come out and play? And sure enough, Goku walks out. Radids and everyone is ready to take him on. But all of a sudden, they can hear the footsteps, and they sense Goku's like, Kakarot, you're the androids, right? And it's like, that's right. You're Goku. And 16 is like, affirmative. This being is Goku. Uh, and even 18 is like, oh, he's cuter than I thought. That's like, oh man, Goku gets all the luck. But it's like, hey, an easy sis. According to what we know, he's a married man. Oh, I was just making a comment. Besides, I've seen cuter guys around. She kind of gives Krill a quick wink. Just like, it's like, oh my god, is this happening? To which Trunks like, what is happening right now? So Goku's like, so you're the androids, huh? It's like, oh, that's right. So I have to give you credit. Most people wouldn't be ballsy enough to come out and just take their own death, but you came out and did that. I respect that, man. It is my protocol to murder this man. Now, I don't know, with all the whole valuing of birds and nature and life, if 16 at this point would be willing to spare Goku. I don't know if he would be willing to do that. We know by the end he ultimately didn't want to kill Goku anymore. He chose a different path. He chose not to kill Goku. But I don't think he's there yet. I think 16 would still want to take on Goku. Hey, I know it's your protocol, big man, but we want to take crack at him too. If we're gonna do this, let's go somewhere else. And Goku's just like, there's an island over there, vacant, perfect for this. It's like, hey, you lead the way, big man. And then they fly off, they follow. It's like, we're going with you. It's like, no. It's like, okay, but you. I was like, fine. And, they land. It's like, I've got this, guys. Oh, so which one of us gets him first, huh? It's like, I believe there's a strategic way to settle this or figure this out. And I believe it's called rock, paper, scissors. It's like, all right, rock, paper, scissors, huh? It's like, yeah, all right. It's like, we'll be there to back you up if we can, Kakarot. No, it's thanks, but it's okay. And so he's just waiting. And eventually, I'd say, just for the sake of all of them, weakest to strongest getting a shot, 18 wins. Oh, come on, you got to fight Vegeta. It's like, hey, you saw what 16 did. Now you two can duke it out for second place. If for some miracle I'm not able to beat him. And so it's like, fine. It's like, yeah. It's like, damn math. So you're Goku, huh? Vegeta wasn't really able to give us a really good fight. Maybe you'll be the exception. There's always a chance. So, you're confident, and Goku tries. Goku and her are going off in base, his base anyway. She's holding back. Obviously, they be holding back because they don't want to go all out. Goku's quickly, even though he's the better fighter, and I'd say that despite what programming they have, he is the better fighter. He's like, okay, can't take her on, goes into Ikari, and immediately overwhelms her because she wasn't expecting the power jump. And he's already much stronger because he was naturally stronger in base than Vegeta was. And he got a nice Zenkai from recovering from the heart virus. Oh, pardon. Oh. So he's now able to, fight a lot more on par. At this point, 18's even thinking to herself that he's not as strong, but he's almost as strong as Vegeta was when I fought him. And then finally, I was like, this is pretty, and he just, no, that's pretty a good Goku, but he just gives him a gut check. I know you can do better. We know you can do that blonde thing that Vegeta was able to do. It's like, fine. I wanted to drag this out a little longer, test the waters, but I guess this will have to do. And he powers up the Super Saiyan. And then the fight immediately goes in the opposite direction. She can immediately tell this guy's a lot stronger than and she gets gut checked all of a sudden. He then swings around, just takes her with a sweeping high kick, whatever, right to the neck, and just boom, puts her in the ground. He's just staring over, and AT's like, okay. He's a lot stronger than Vegeta. To which Vegeta can sense, by the way, Goku's energy from where he is, pouty, all bitchy. And it's like, Cybertroll, The bastard recovered and got even stronger! No, wait. He was this part. It couldn't have been. He was even stronger than me the before. How could he? And then he just remembers, of course, that damn virus. It weakened him. I thought I caught up to that damn clown. Damn! And he just powers up and raging. All of a sudden, Goku's like, "You guys feel that?" It's like, no. It's like, I do detect power, but it is not of any consequence. You are here. 18 again is trying to hit him, and Goku's like, nope. Just again starts to beat the crap out of her. It's like, all right, sis, tag in. It's like, oh, come on. All right then, buddy. Let's go another round, and let's start off. Let's do this right. And now they're going toe to toe. Now they're a lot more evenly matched. I'd say Goku and I would honestly say Goku at this point is probably equivalent to what Piccolo was. Power-wise, so he is roughly around 17's level of power. Fortunately, 17's infinite energy engine means his stamina and energy doesn't deplete the same way Goku's does. So Goku is starting to tire out. He does, Kamehameha, the shield, 17's energy shield. They clash. Eventually, though, because the power up, they're not the only one extensive power output. They do suddenly feel this power. It's like, what is this? It's like, what the hell is that? I finally found you. It took me a while to be able to find you, brother, sister. But thanks to the little excursion you had with Goku, I was able to locate his energy. And you finally will be mine. You have my thanks, Goku. I was like, where are you? And Stella introduces himself. I am the final and most perfect creation of the late great Dr. Gero. You can call me Cell. It's like, for me to release my true power, we must become whole. 17, 18, and now, keep in mind, however, while 16 probably would still want to kill Goku at this point, granted, there's no way he was going to try to take on Goku when he showed up on the battlefield to save Tien and Piccolo because he had half of his head blown off. But 16 was probably willing to stop Goku, but now he's seeing this, and he still has valued nature enough at this point to be like, this thing still has energy similar mixed in with Son Goku. These parameters are acceptable. And so 17 Goku and 17 Goku. Basically the androids and Goku are now going toe to toe with this guy. And Cell's just like, I can't take them all on. However, and then all of a sudden he swings his tail, gets him over the solar flare, and then Goku's energy would be so good, but I'm here for the main course. And he just gets 17. Now they all sense the energy increase. They can't say, damn it, what is this? And then they see, semi-perfect Zelda. That feels so good. What is this guy? And everyone's just trying to take him on, and they can't. And finally, Goku gets boom-bodied. Just, go Kakarot! That's when Raditz and Trunks go and Piccolo. They're all trying. They're all failing. I really could go for a snack, but I want the main course. And, 16 tries, gets his head blown off. Now 18, it's just you and me. We can be perfect. Don't you understand? He's just like, And then finally, Goku gets back up. It's like, and all of a sudden, Cell stops like, what exactly is he doing? And he finally charges up, and he's in Ikari Super Saiyan. His hair grows wilder, longer. Just boom, and just basically punches Cell right in half. Just tries to regenerate. Just, I should let you know the doctor made me with all of your abilities, including cells from Piccolo. And he regenerates only for Goku to be and just smash his head there with the tail. Basically, this is an even worse smackdown than when he got bodied by Vegeta. Because Goku does have the Saiyan Rage going through him as well because of the Ikari, and natural state of the Ikari. So he is letting that kind of fuel him a little bit. And finally, like, no, you. I was like, we will not let you. I won't let you. Kame, Hame, Kame. And then, their beams clash. And at first, it looks like it's going to be a struggle, but Goku's powers ultimately is. And Goku just wastes Cell right then and there. Because his power is just so, beyond everything. Unfortunately, Goku is also just like, puh, he's just done. Now, this basically now leads to, this leads now to a very interesting little problem here. A unique little situation here. Most of the Z fighters, everyone's pretty much kind of shot. Most of the Z fighters can't fight. Piccolo's okay-ish, Trunks' and Dreads are okay-ish, Krillin is actually alright, and Tien's okay, although their powers are nothing in this fight. But, Goku's kind of just down for the count. But 16 is in no shape to fight. And 18, while probably in the best condition, also knows that she's not in 100%, and if they really wanted to, they might be able to put her down. So now it's just like, well, so what happens now? And I stuttered a little bit, but you can also make the argument 16 could stutter a little bit, even though he never did. It being known as Cell has been destroyed. Parameters have been met. It's like, parameters? I thought you were programmed to kill Goku. The being known as Cell was comprised of roughly 10. I can't remember if they said abridged. It's like, this is 11% Son Goku. These parameters were acceptable. So when 18 is kind of looking on, they're looking on. They're all looking at her, and Goku is getting helped up by Raditz. Like, it gives him the Senzu Bean, and luckily he's able to. It's like, so. And she's ready to fight. She asked it, especially since Goku just recovered and she wasted Cell. Honestly, I don't even know if perfect Cell could have taken on Super Saiyan Ikari Goku. Even though how harsh the form is on him. So what happens now? Well, and Goku's just kind of looks at him. Well, that's up to you. Look, you're the ones who came after me. I didn't really want to fight you guys at all. I had no interest in killing you or anything like that. It's like, so what you want to do is completely up to you. If you like, though, we could at least have your friend there fixed up. I'm sure Bulma wouldn't mind doing it. And Trunks say, "Are you insane, Goku?" It's like, look, if they promise not to do anything or dangerous or threatening anyone, I don't see why there's any reason why we can't help them out. Like, these monsters wasted my world. World. There's no way we can let them live. And Goku kind of looks at Trunks like, well, do they? Well, yeah, but that was in your timeline. That wasn't then. You even said this timeline's changed. And Trunks is like, doesn't have an answer to that. It's like, yeah, that's actually kind of true. And it's like, well, and Goku looks, is like, look, do you promise not to threaten any more people? And Ichi's like, look, I just don't want to be killed, okay, or worse yet, absorbed. I promise. And 16 is like, I also wish to protect the life of this planet. I agree to these terms. All right, then we can get you fixed up, and we can use the Dragon Balls to bring your brother back. It's like, what? And sure enough, later on, after 16 is repaired, they remove the bonds from both of them. They use the Dragon Balls to bring back everyone that was basically killed by Cell, which would in theory include 17, because that's how he got brought back. And Show's like, whoa, what happened? He's like, 17. It's like, hey, sis, what happened? And she explains it to him. It's like, well, that seems kind of conditional. It is conditional. Unless you want to, though I gotta admit, you guys are pretty good fighters. I'd love to have another bout at some point. You're a weird guy, Goku. But you know what? Sometimes weird's not bad. And 16 is like, indeed, he is very odd. But there is something to say for that. And so they go off. They kind of live their lives, and now the 7-year time skip happens. In that time period, Vegeta does still hit Super. I think Trunks goes back to his own timeline. I think they do give Trunks access to the hyperbolic time chamber. He was the only one who didn't train it at all. So he trains in a little bit. He does get stronger to fight his timelines, androids, and Cell. He does all that in the episode. We see him do it. In terms of what else is going on, well, Goten is born. Goku's there, though, so Goten's a lot stronger because he gets to train with his dad a bit. And we know Chi-Chi was a lot more willing to train Goten than Gohan. Gohan's still not weak. Like, he could easily take on any person, like any regular person that he takes on in that arc, like especially as the Great Saiyaman, which I do not think he becomes. Raditz. Now, people was like, oh, pair Raditz with this, and that. I'm like, I'm sure Raditz finds someone. Maybe he does meet up with Launch. Or maybe he meets Ty. Either way, he gets married to someone. It's not that big of an issue in terms of who it is. He probably has a kid as well. Probably go around the same age as Goten, honestly. For the sake of argument, let's make it a girl. Let's call her, let's see, a same name, vegetable. Not kale. Kumquat? Kumquat. Let's call her Kumquat. Or Quat. Quat works too. Vegeta, Goku, and Raditz, though, power-wise. Goku definitely hits Super Saiyan 2 through his training and tries to add Ikari onto there and finds that's even harder. Of course, with 7 years of training, yeah, he can still do it. But that's basically like adding Kaioken onto it. He, in theory, can do it. It's easier, though, because it's a transformation, not a multiplier power kind of thing. I don't think they ever explained how Kaioken really works. But he can do it, add Ikari onto it. God forbid, there's no way, even if I gave him Super Saiyan 3, though, that I could logically make an excuse to give him Ikari Super Saiyan 3. There's no way I could rationalize that, given how the nature of Super Saiyan 3 works. Super Saiyan 2, though, is still, I think, doable. Whereas Raditz and Vegeta, both, I think, by 7 years, do hit Super Saiyan 2. And Raditz even is able to do Ikari added on to Super Saiyan. Because I do believe he learns how to do Ikari. And Vegeta, not so much. I think Vegeta just doesn't want to learn that way. He cannot do it with Super Saiyan 2, though. I think it's just that because of the next step up, he just can't do it. As for, like, everything else in terms of the world, Hercule is not the savior of the planet. So while he is popular and people love him, he is nowhere near as big as he should have been. None of them really participate in the martial arts tournament, to be honest. There's no real reason. I don't think they see it because they know there's no one to really challenge them at all. 17, 18, 16. 17 and 16, I think, do become the park rangers. 16 being an actual android, not needing to eat or sleep or anything like that, allows 17 not only to be a ranger, but actually have more time with his family when he gets married. 18, I think, does eventually get married to Krillin. So, really, I mean, Gohan going to school, meets Videl. Could in theory he learn Super Saiyan? Yeah, I actually think in theory he could. I actually wouldn't be surprised if he did pick up Super Saiyan after a while, because I think with Goku there regularly, plus Raditz, and as long as he's studying properly, I think Chi-Chi is okay with him during those 7 years apiece to allow him to train with Goku. Goten gets a lot more of the training, which actually is sad, because I think Goten would end up being stronger than Gohan. But still, I think Gohan would actually end up with Super Saiyan. I don't think he's much stronger, though, than, say, Namek-level Goku. I think that's about his level, and I mean like when he fought Frieza. So I don't think that you're going to see Gohan get much stronger than that, but it's still a pretty impressive amount of strength, to be fair. I also think he's a bit, even though he's got Super Saiyan and he can fight, and he does fight, and if he has to, he is still a lot more on the, I don't want to, I was like, oh, Dad, but at the same time, when he has to, he will buck up and fight. So when it comes to the whole tournament, I don't see a logical reason that they'd want to participate, to be honest. Except for the prize money. Chi-Chi would want them to do it for the prize money, sends Goku and Vegeta. Okay, so yeah, she sends Goku and Gohan, and I had to think of, like, is there any logical reason for them to be in the, because it was Goku coming back for one day. I remember that, and that, there was a martial arts tournament, so sure. But here's like, no, prize money. That's it. That's why she had Goten in there, is for the prize money. And Gohan as well. So, really, yeah, actually, all the bouts could probably be the same, except Raditz would also be in there. I'd imagine Rads would probably replace any of the randos really. Maybe the masked guy. Let's say the masked guy. So when 18 is getting ready to fight, she's actually fighting Raditz in that bout, or would have had the whole Bobby thing not happen. Which, let's see, we're at 25 minutes. The bouts go the same. Shin spooks the crap out of Piccolo, who again has leveled out a lot more over the years, and I think at this point has actually fused back. Kami and him have actually fused back together, but they also went over to Namek to find someone who would be able to well, I believe I left Namek unchecked. Although I do see Frieza as someone who's petty enough that if the Dragon Balls didn't work, he might blow up Namek. But they can use the Dragon Balls to wish back Namek, so okay, there's your workarounds for that. I'm still gonna have Dende show up and be the new Guardian. Because I'm like, okay, yeah, Frieza actually would have been petty enough to do that. But again, they have Dragon Balls. We know they can bring back people and plans, so it's all good. So Piccolo, I think, and Kami eventually would have fused, been a lot stronger. If, again, spooked out by Shin, Videl gets the shit kicked out of her by Spopovich. Gohan is raging out. He's getting like Saiyan rage boost. Him and Kibito are paired together. And, he shows off Super Saiyan, and, Spopovich and Yamu, steal his energy. Now, last but not least, we got to talk about how much energy Buu is getting from this. Because if I put him at 150 million, which was Goku's power level on Namek, what percentage of Buu's power level is that? Because we know Super Saiyan 2 Gohan was half of Buu's power. We don't know how much energy Spopovich and Yamu had collected prior, if any at all. So we have to assume that thing was empty when they stole Gohan's energy. So if he was half of Buu's power, let's see, Deborah was 4,000 killies, which is, roughly speaking, a killie is around a billion-ish. And we know that Gohan was stronger when he fought Cell in Super Saiyan 2. My guess is Gohan is probably around 3 billion at this point. Like, his Super Saiyan 2 is probably, it's probably about 3.5. The reason I'd say that is we know that Goku was actually documented at 3,000. And then his Super Saiyan 2 would put him at 6,000, which puts him well over Deborah, which would put him well over Perfect Cell. Gohan was not as strong as when he fought Cell. And Deborah was still basically holding the edge. So I would say 3.5. I don't think his Super Saiyan 2 form was only as strong as Super Saiyan Goku or Vegeta. I don't think that. I think it was stronger. So you're looking at that, which puts Buu at 7 killies, so 7 billion. So if 50% is 3.5 or 350 or 3.5 billion, that means that you take you go 5% of that or 10% of that, so would be 350 million. Half of that, so 5% would be 175. So Buu is at a little under 5% of his full power. Let's, for argument's sake, say that they stole some extra energy, and he's at 5%. So when they get to Buu, it's going to be pretty pitiful that they only got 5%, to be honest. But either way, that is where we're leaving part 6. 6? I think we're on 6. Is it 7? I think I said 6. Oh, pardon. Hold on. I'm coming. I just want to double check on that real quick. It was part 6. Okay. That's where we're leaving off on part 6. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll see you folks for the next one. It looks like we'll probably get this one done in 2 more. So keep your eyes out for those 2 when those happen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you folks later. Have a good one.